Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Swizzle Griffin. Now, do you ever cross paths with somebody who you have no idea who they are, but they leave a very lasting impression on you? Well, I have one such story, so sit back and relax as I tell you about the man in the wall. So at one point I worked as a hotel houseman. Now, hotel housemen, in case you don't know, are basically the workhorse of the hotel. They set everything up before an event, they take everything down after an event, and during the event, they're doing general cleanup in the back to make sure things run smoothly. Oftentimes, while an event is running, there's a houseman in the back scraping dishes, getting them ready for the dishwasher. Now, at one point, we had a 1,000-person breakfast that we had to set up, and it took us 2 full days to get everything set up, set all the chairs and all the tables, and call me petty, but I wanted to be the one who set the 1,000th chair for this event. Now, one time we were setting up, and we had to set up a stage. Now, the stage came in sections, and we had about 2 or 3 platforms that we had to set up, so we got them set up, and then we realized they had to be linked up underneath. Now, these stages were not very high off the ground. It was maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet at the most. And we're standing there wondering how in the world we're going to get these things linked up. And I took one look at it and I'm thinking, I can fit under there. So I squeeze underneath and I go around and I link the stages together. And I pop up on the other side, and one of the housemen is staring at me, and he says, "Man, I wish I was skinny," because there was only about maybe 6 to 8 inches of clearance underneath there for me to move. And it was kind of funny because I thought the same about him. I'm thinking, man, I'm so small. I wish I was bigger. So that goes to show, be happy with who you are. Now, after one such event, it was late at night, and I was scraping plates for the dishwasher, and I'm all alone. And as I'm scraping, I noticed that there are some leftovers on trays. Now, sometimes when there is an event and there's leftover food, the staff can have a go at it. So as I look at these trays, I see that there's little bits of Jell-O on them. And as I'm scraping, some housemen walk by and they're talking about how, maybe we should grab one, but they didn't. And, and as I keep scraping, and a server walks by, he was saying how he was getting jazzed off of these bits of Jell-O. And at the time I was thinking, oh, sugar rush. So as I continue scraping, I'm looking at these trays, and I decide, yeah, I'll have one. So I go over and I grab one piece of Jell-O and I pop it in my mouth. It tasted like Jell-O. And I go back to scraping. And then I decided I want another. And then one more. I had 3, and I was about to go for the 4th one when a houseman came around the corner and said, "Wait, no, don't have those." Turns out I had no idea what a Jell-O shot was. Yeah, they were bits of Jell-O with vodka in them. Now, thankfully, I did not get drunk off of these things, but now it all came together. Why the houseman actually didn't grab these things and why that server was so jazzed. It all made sense. But thankfully, nobody got in trouble, and I imagine they just threw all of the shots out. Now, one day we were setting up for an event, and if you don't know, hotels have fold-away walls that fold away nicely into a little alcove in the side there. It has a door that comes in front of it, makes it look nice and neat. So we have a wall in a wall. We were in the main ballroom, and we started setting up, and we went to go open one of these alcoves, and out pops a hobo. Now, obviously, we're very surprised, but he was a friendly man, and he shook my hand, and proceeded to very emphatically talk about something, and he was writing on the ground, and I had no idea what he was talking about. The only thing I could make out was, "You are the hotel." Thankfully, after about 10 minutes of a very one-sided conversation, security came and escorted him out of the building, and we were able to finish setting up. Now, later that night, after the shift, we were all in the locker room, and the guys were like, "Hey, you shook his hand, didn't you? You might want to wash that." Now, he didn't seem that dirty, but they continued to go on about the nasty things that homeless people do without washing their hands, and it totally freaked me out. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. Like, But thankfully I didn't get any diseases, I didn't get sick or anything, so yeah. Well, that's all I got for you guys this week. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you're new here, maybe even leave a comment. And until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay furry. See ya!